What's happening, everybody? Alright, we're in Arkansas on I-40 right now. Going to be picking up a Tyson load at the plant in Russellville. It's about 10 miles east of here. Just got past exit 74 a minute ago. I'll be picking up a load of chicken that is going to Sumner, Washington. I'm going to take a wild guess that it is, or not so wild guess, that maybe it's going to the Golden State Foods or Martin Brower, whatever you want to call it, facility in Sumner. Basically, McDonald's. So I'm going to take it, and I'm guessing that it's going to be a Chicken McNugget load. Now, we'll find out when we get over here, but that's what I assume it's going to be based on my knowledge of the fact that I know Martin Brower does have a facility there in Sumner, and I have been to it before. It's been a long time, though. Actually, with that particular facility, I think I was still driving for Sierra England when I delivered there, and I would have had to been on the OTR side there, which was closer to 5 years ago. Anyway, that's where I'm heading. I'll be heading with this load. I'm hoping I'll have enough 70-hour clock to work with to get there, because I already burned time. I took about 1,400 miles, actually a little bit more, to go basically pick up that load and that last load I had in Colton. And ended up dropping it at our terminal, as you might have seen already. I was originally going to deliver it in Ochalata, Oklahoma, or Ochalata, as a lot of people call it. And that one is due tomorrow morning. Today being the 1st of October, Friday, and the Ochalata load is due Saturday the 2nd at 04:30. But I got to the yard quickly enough where I could do a full 10-hour break before delivering it, and was going to be ready to reload immediately. So they ended up picking me up, though, told me go ahead and drop the load, grab a specific empty, and get moving over here to Russellville to come pick this load up. Now, this load here was due for pickup earlier today at noon, but not really sure. I guess they just didn't have any trucks available to cover it, so that's why they wanted me to come get it. It sounded like he had a choice between somebody with a not so great reputation, on-time service reputation, whatever, kind of a lollygagger to pick it up, or have me do it, which, as somebody they can trust will get it delivered there. So they went ahead and gave it to me, knowing that I'm not going to lollygag. And honestly, there's plenty of time to work with on this load. I'm going to be pretty close to out of hours on my 70 by the time I get there too, I believe. So I'm going to run this at 70 as much as I can, because Washington, they have a 60-mile-an-hour truck speed limit all the way through, and it's going to be a pretty good number of miles in Washington. I think about 140 or so miles of I-82 in Washington, and then another almost 100, just under 100 of I-90, and then got state highways from there down to Sumner. So we're talking some pretty good miles there. More than I even typically do when I'm in California. So I gotta keep that in mind, and because I can usually do, if I'm running 70 miles an hour all the time, I can usually get maybe just a little bit over 4,000 miles out of a 70-hour clock, maybe 4,100. I don't think I've ever gotten 4,200 out of a 70. I've come close though, if I recall. So And with the 1,400 miles that I've already done before this load, and then this one here, it's 220 miles of deadhead, and another 2,200 plus loaded. We're talking 24, coming up on somewhere short of 2,500 miles. Add in the 1,400 that I already did, that's 3,900 miles on in just the same week. So, yeah, I'm expecting I'll be pretty close to out of hours by the time I get over there. So I might try to get over there as quickly as I can. With a lot of you guys might think, oh yeah, just take your time, because I was expecting. I think when I was checking my doing an ETA check earlier, I was coming up with about 1 a.m. on the 5th. When I can get it there, and it's due on the 6th, I forget what time, sometime in the morning though. But my thought is, if I get it there as quickly as I can, knowing that I'm also out of hours, and I picked up that last load off a fresh 34-hour reset. So if I get over there quickly, I can maybe do a 34-hour reset and get all the way over there to the truck stop right there in Sumner, and then it's right down the street pretty much, if it is the McDonald's there. I mean, Martin Brower. I don't even have to get on the interstate or on the highway, freeway at all to go from the truck stop I know over there to there. It's literally a couple of surface streets over to get to it. But yeah, I get over there, I can maybe do the delivery in conjunction with my 34, and then complete my 34, and then the same afternoon, perhaps, when on the same day as the delivery, sometime that same, maybe even late morning, perhaps. No, it won't be late morning, it'll be probably in the afternoon by the time I'd have a 34 complete. By then I can start deadheading from there over to Central Washington, or wherever they end up having me reload at, which there's a number of places that we tend to pick up at, almost always Apple loads, but it could be something else too. I usually pick up either in Brewster or Chelan or Wenatchee or Selah or Yakima, Union Gap, or it could even go all the way down to Richland, which is over by the Tri-Cities area. Richland being one of the Tri-Cities. Or even a Tyson plant over in Wallula, which is just a little bit southeast of the Tri-Cities area. Tri-Cities would be Richland, Kennewick, and Pasco. Okay, my exit is coming up right here, exit 84. It's a Pilot and a Flying J here. I already made a reservation to have a parking spot at the Flying J here because of the hour that I'm going to be here and ready to shut down. Didn't want to take chances of the parking lot being full, so reserved a spot in advance just to make sure I wouldn't have any problems with that. And I'll be ready for a shower there anyway, so even more reason to just want to go ahead and bed down here and get my. I intended to shower when I was at the drop yard, at the terminal today, but wasn't expecting to hurry up.
I ain't getting out here 34 westbound. You ain't got no damn lights. I guess you know that.
Whatever he said. Something about westbound. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I was expecting to do a 10-hour break there or something, and then they were like, oh yeah, go ahead and because I just I wasn't sure if it was going to be if someone else was bringing the load to the yard for me, or if I was going to go get it myself when I first got there, until I got there and checked in with the planner. And we're going to come right down here to Highway 64 and then make a left. got 2 left turn lanes, or actually just 1, I guess. Yeah, this isn't this yellow, the double yellow lined area is not really technically a turn lane. Alright, this lane's gonna end pretty soon, a little bit further up here. About a mile or so, mile and a half, whatever it is, away from the shipper now. Been to this particular facility a number of times. I don't remember, I'm not really sure how many times I've actually posted videos of here. I'm pretty sure I have other video footage on my channel already of this place, but I can't remember how many times I've posted of this facility. Also, those when we end up reloading in Washington, a good number of the loads either come back out here to the Midwest, or even all the way out to Florida or something. That's they got some pretty good long routes there that come out of that area. But I even have picked up a load from there that goes back down to California. So any number of directions you could end up going, but generally they tend to come over here to the Midwest somewhere. So we'll see where things go from there. Now, when I was talking to the planner when I was still at the yard, he was like, you're not going up to Washington, right? And I go, I'll go anywhere. I told him I especially like Southern Cal for obvious reasons, but I told him I'll go anywhere you want me to go. It's like, it's an adventure to me, you know. It's, if you want me to go to New York City, I'll go to New York City. It's not going to bother me. You guys have seen my footage of me going to New York City. Yeah, you guys have seen, it doesn't bother me. I'm not intimidated by that city. Alright, coming right up here is, no, actually, I gotta get past the drop lot here. This row of trailers right here in front of me, facing that way, is where I'm gonna end up dropping my empty, most likely. I see 1, 2, okay, yeah. I see at least 3, yeah, there's several drop spots available right there, so. And then the loadeds are usually going to be in the row right in front of that one. Yeah, that's not Scotland, is it? Right? What? Naturally smoked bacon? Something like that. Alright, if you're going to do drop and hook pickup here, make sure you got at least 3/4 fuel, like usual. Trucks, right lane only. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've been over here, so COVID test parking and back. Alright, let's get off duty. Gotta send my arrival call and then get my pickup information and go check in. Damn it. Yeah, I think I came to the wrong facility. Okay, so I am supposed to go to Americold, which is down the street. I'm so used to coming here when I go to Russellville, so I didn't put any thought into it. I've never been to Americold, but yeah, I think it's. I was trying to think of Conagra that it's over by. Come on. Yeah, 203 Industrial Boulevard. Yeah, he did say it's just, oh, that's real close. It's even closer than I thought. Okay, that's right behind these guys, basically. I mean, it's literally right behind their own facility, so. We'll get over there. They did say it was on a preloaded drop trailer, so that's why it threw me off. Alright, so this is going to be a new experience. I've never actually been to the Americold over here. But yeah, if I were to go straight ahead, go right through their building and go off slightly to the left, that would run me right into the back of the Americold building. We'll carefully go through the scale. Don't want to put any unneeded wear and tear on their scale plates. This first part's not really the scale. More of just an approach ramp, I guess I would call it. So I guess the consolation is now you can see where it's at in relation to the Tyson plant here. That guy back there in the other truck's probably like, hey, you're supposed to stop. Like normally I would, but barely saw that guy even with his reflective vest on until I was already passing him up. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to turn right on, make a left directly onto industrial right over here. Very short distance up. It kind of looked like it also goes through a little further up. Like it's in the right curve up here. Coming up on it pretty fast. Let me double check. This might be it right here. What's this sign say? It looks like it should be right here. Yeah. Yeah, I do see a sign for Americold right there, so. funky little road here. Yeah, and there is another Americold further down over by where the Conagra facility is, which is right by that three-way intersection I turned from. Right over here on the left will be Americold, the Americold that I'm going to. Why does this guy stop right there? No overnight park. Alright, all trucks must turn right. Vehicles, trailers parked at own risk. No trucks, alright, so. Why would there be no trucks allowed right there? You'd want a side in if you're going to dock in. Might already passed. Trying to look and see if there are any JCT trailers sitting here. I didn't notice any, but might have passed one, but because I didn't think to look over at these trailers until I'd already passed them. So, all right, looks like we got some parking possibly over here. See if I can. Is there? Yeah, this guy's got his door open. I was gonna park next to him, but he's got his door open. Alright, there are a couple other spots here I can. What the hell? Oh, there's JCT right there, 6645. This is going to be tight. Yeah, I can't make this turn. Trying to make sure I don't hit my cab extender either. Alright, I can just park where he just pulled out of then. Alright, wait on this guy to go first because I'm gonna try to straight back it using his spot. I mean, using the space he's in. This is a tight facility. Alright, I definitely have room there to park next to that guy. Just the trailer's pointing toward that other trailer, but the position-wise good. That's got to be the truck wash across the freeway. They always get on the radio and talk about where they're at and like, come on over for truck wash kind of thing.
You have 2 hours and 12 minutes of remaining drive time.
Alright, make sure I have all my numbers because Being that it's Americold, I don't know if they're going to want the 503 number that I put down, or... Oh, there's a pickup number as well, and that's a Tyson pickup, so I'll write all these down just to make sure I have what they want. See, the other guy's lazy and parking over there and blocking dock doors. You don't need to do that. Alright, so be back. We'll check in and find out what to do. It being dark, I'll put this on just in case. I don't know if they require it. Yeah, I don't think Americold typically does, but just to be sure, rather have it not need it than need it not have it. And it never hurts when you're when it's nighttime like this. Okay, so it does turn out I do in fact need the vest on, and that trailer that I did see over there is indeed the one that I want. Not going to be a very heavy, super heavy load. I think it's at 33,000 pounds. I got a slide tandems. I can go ahead and drop it right where I'm at now. Let's see. Yeah, look like, oh, actually 37,000. It's a pretty decent load. It's not super duper heavy, but it's not light. And yeah, it is going to the Martin Brower in Sumner, so right where I thought it was going to go. So more than likely chicken nuggets. Let's go ahead and slide tandems and disconnect from this trailer. Yeah, they want tandems all the way back. It's basically a Tyson load, and they treat it like a Tyson. Alright, now let's back into this. So my fifth wheel isn't binding up on the kingpin. And disconnect and go hook up to our other trailer. Okay, drop airbags, pull away from this kingpin so it doesn't try to relatch on me while it's while the airbags are dropping. Now you guys might have noticed when I before I crank the landing gear, I shake it back and forth. The reason for that is when you go through water, it's a good idea to do that because a lot of times you'll get water collecting inside the tube, and that's exactly what happened there. Because I got rained on the way here. I mean, it was fine in Oklahoma, but then I got rained on the way over here. So some of that rainwater that I went through, collected inside the tube. So if you go to crank the landing gear and you forget to do that, what happens is it splashes all over the place, and you get a nice wet surprise all over your face and all that. So try to remember to do that every time you hook up to a trailer that you're not from that you aren't completely certain as Yeah, whether it's been in rainy conditions or not. Okay, I'm not really feeling anything, so I didn't feel anything going. By the time I was expecting to feel something, so it means get out and crank. Okay, I'm at 70 psi on my gauge now, so that's what the tandem's all the way back. So this might be a tail heavy load, but at least I mean, I can go all the way from here to Washington with the tandem's all the way back if I have to, but hopefully I won't. Alright guys, well done pre-tripping and all that stuff. Just gotta slide the tandems to a better spot. Doesn't really matter too much where I put them. I figure I'll slide them until my gauge here says about 60 psi or something. Okay, feels like, yeah, feels like the pins are already all disengaged now. Let's stabilize, see what this pressure says now. It's still up close to 70, so we'll go about there. About 65 there, that'll work. Close enough. I say it's not over 40,000 pound load, so I'm not expecting the tandems to be, I mean the drive axle to be right at 34,000 pounds. Go forward a little bit. I have no idea where they're. I don't have any idea where the tandems are at right now, but I don't really care. Like I say, they don't have to be in any particular spot to be legal on this load. All of the states I'll be going through are it's fair game everywhere, so we'll just take it over to Flying J and scale it, and if everything looks hunky-dory, we'll just go park it over there and call it a night. Try to work my way away from this other trailer there before I start turning. So it turned out the guy who was parked illegally up there, he was in line in front of me. Okay, so I'll preface this with the fact that he's a Spanish speaker. He doesn't speak very good English. He speaks English, but not very good. He speaks Spanish, but the thing is his complexion is the type where, it's pretty easy even for the guy who was helping him, who's also a Spanish speaker. To not really be sure if the guy was an Indian driver or if he was a Spanish speaker. Because a lot of Indians can actually can be confused with Mexicans and vice versa. This guy, I'm not sure he was Mexican, but he could have been. He's lighter complexion than my wife. Now, you guys who know me know my wife is a Mexican American. And she has like a medium complexion to her, actually maybe even a little bit on the darker side. And the funny thing is, she's actually had that same experience where, actually an Indian person came up to her and started talking to her in Hindi or whatever language they were speaking. And they assumed that my wife was also Indian, but I mean, that's mainly because my wife has darker skin. And then she had to actually tell him, I don't know what you're saying. I'm not Indian or whatever. They said I'm Mexican. So, and she speaks Spanish, fluently. And he ended up, the guy over here started talking to the other guy in Spanish as soon as he realized he was a Spanish speaker. But he wasn't sure because there are a large number of Indians in the trucking industry. So can't really make assumptions. I'm not waiting. These cars don't look like they're going that fast anyway. Definitely don't look like they're going 55 like I know they can be. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting. I'm not a fluent Spanish speaker myself, but I do speak enough. I'm not so good at speaking it. I'm a lot better at understanding it when other people speaking it, though. So like I was hearing them talking to each other. The Americold worker or Tyson worker, whatever you want to call them there, giving the other guy instructions and kind of giving him feedback on what to expect and all that. And I was actually able to understand the vast majority of it, but just a lot of times I don't know what words to use myself when I try to speak it. Yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You guys who've seen me on live streams know that I do speak some Spanish, and I like Marco, and there's several other people who watch my channel regularly who are Spanish speakers, and that's one of the things that attracts them to my channel too. I think is the fact that I do speak enough Spanish where I can actually communicate a little bit with them. Have some kind of a conversation, and it's not like, because I know that you guys all know that routine. You hear someone speaking in some foreign language you don't know a lick of, and it's like, I don't have any idea what the hell's going on there. It's like, I'm on board. Yeah, I just hear blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I get it. Make a right turn here up at the lights, cross over to the other side of the interstate, and the flying J will be on the right side. I also considered the pilot over here, but ended up opting for flying J. I don't know. Maybe I could probably have some breakfast over at Denny's over there before I head out. I like eating breakfast more than I do anything else because if I eat too late, it sits on my stomach, and they got a green light here still on the cross street, so I'm trying to make my turn before this car hits his light. 2:05 left on my clock, so I could actually run up to like the Rogers and Springdale area if I wanted to, but I'm not going to try that. Like I said, I already got a spot reserved over here. Bastard. Right lane ends. I wish I'd known that earlier, because I would have gone around the guy earlier. $3.55 a gallon for diesel here, a cash price. Too much. National average is $3.40 right now, so I won't pay more than that if I don't have to. I will have to get fuel before I get out of this state, but not going to get it here. Alright, let's go hop on the scale and then find the reserve spots after that. Damn it. These guys are right in front of the scale entrance. As long as I can get my trailer up on here, I guess. Looks like we're all right. Definitely not the place to be parking if you don't absolutely have to be, though. Yeah, my tandems are... My trailer's crooked, but it'll work. At least it's on the scale plate all the way. We're good to go. Got 11,260 on the steers, 30,820 on the drives, 28,440 on the tandems, and 70,520 gross. Now let's figure out where the, I don't know where the premium spots are. Who's that? 3893 Delta. That spot there, but I've already paid for a reserve spot, so I might as well use it. Let someone else have that spot. I think the reserve spots might be over there facing the building or something. The question is, can I get pointed at him? Let me back up, back down onto that driveway back there behind me. Don't want to shine my lights at those guys either while they're trying to back. See if I can get myself turned around. So my weight is about 2,000, a little over 2,200 pounds off. I could really slide my tandems about 1.5 feet to balance it out perfectly, but I'll be content with it just like it is now. I'm guessing these are the reserve spots right here, but I could be wrong. They might be over there on the other side. Facing the interstate. These are all occupied. I don't see. I guess these aren't reserved. Who's this? Oh, I know him. I'll just say he's not my best friend. I might have to ask where they're at. They gotta be over here or something. There's plenty of room right here, so yeah, this is reserved right here. Alright, so we'll get turned around right here. We'll turn the setup. I see that white Freightliner over there start coming back hard left. Let's get the tandems tracked over here to more the center of the spot, and then I'll start getting the tractor away from this guy over here on my sight side. Alright guys, so that's a wrap for this one. The Americold was real quick and easy, even easier than the Tyson plant. Apparently it's all Tyson that they deal with, because they saw like signs all over their windows and doors and you know inside the office there that were Tyson related, and then everybody was there picking up Tyson loads. So I guess they're dedicated just to that. Anyway, it's
you got it on there.
Let's figure out how many miles I got to cover to get to Sumner. Now, Google's going to tell me to take I-49 and I-29 all the way up to I-90, and then take 90 all the way across, but we're not allowed to go up through this is the Dakotas and Montana. I'll end up going through Salt Lake City and going up through like Boise and basically work my way up that way through I-84 and I-82. There's Sumner. Alright, so there's that street. Yes, there it is. That should be it. Let's double check that the address matches. 1409 Puyallup is the street that it's on. Yep, that's the same one. Alright, so same one that I've been to before. And yeah, it's only a mile or so away from the truck stop that I know up there. Just under 2,200 miles, but that's taking a route I can't take. So what about that one? Yeah, I gotta go through Salt Lake City. So how about that one? Yeah, still just under 2,200 miles. Gotta also double check that I have the hours I need to get up there. This is actually suggesting I-40 back over to Muskogee Turnpike, go back up through Tulsa, and then US 412 across from there over to I-35, then 35 up to Wichita, and then 135 from there up to Salina, Kansas, and then across I-70 from there over to Denver area. And I worked my way up I-25 and or 287 up to either Cheyenne or Laramie, which I usually tend to do the Laramie route. and then across 80 and 84 from there. So let's check the miles. I mean, how many? Okay, 2,200 miles. It's basically 220 divided by 6, or 2,200 miles divided by 60 miles an hour. I'm gonna need at least 37, possibly 38 hours to cover.
You have 2 hours and 3 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, yeah, I got 42 hours to work with, so shouldn't be any problem getting it there with a bit of time to spare. So I feel more comfortable now knowing that I have at least 42 hours on my clock and only need about maybe 38. So I still will be down to almost nothing, and I was figure out 38 plus the 10-hour break I'm getting ready to start, plus 3 more 10-hour breaks. That's 40 hours. And the current time over there is 2012, so we'll say 2000. So minus 96. That's 4 days from now. And yeah, I'm still coming up with October 5th about 2 in the morning, roughly, as an ETA. So yeah, I'll have lots of time there. Let's see when it's due. I know it's due on the 6th, 11 a.m. So if I push and get there as quickly as I can probably knock out a 34-hour reset and be almost done with the 34 by the time it's even time to deliver the load. So I'm going to go ahead and probably try to push it. Yeah, push the pace on that. Run as hard as I can when I am running. If I'm not too tired to drive, and if I'm not getting too late in the day, I keep running, even if I run like 700 miles or something like that, just so I know it's a shorter distance on the last leg, and better chances that I'll end up getting there as early as I can, to where I can knock out that 34. At least that's on paper. That's what I want to end up doing. So see how things go when I actually do get there. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. We'll have some more footage for you, more than likely up in Washington, but yeah, with the amount of time I have to work with, I can't be completely certain of it. I could end up swapping it and coming out this way to the Midwest or something. We'll see how it goes, but so just keep your eyes out in the coming days for that. It will take a few days for me to get over there, so there will be a few days of nothing getting posted by me, most likely. So don't be surprised. Just when I have something to post, I'll go ahead and post it, and when I have a chance to actually get it edited and uploaded and all that crap. All right. That's all I have. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out and watching, and I'll see you guys later.